Recession indicator I haven't seen anybody address is at the gym. It doesn't matter what time it is anymore. It's always busy. It's just busy. Nobody's supposed to be anywhere no more. Nobody has jobs. Nobody has jobs. This economy is collapsing, and you can see it at the squat rack. Everybody has ass now. I'm walking around Midtown. Everybody has ass now.
The Swatch X AP collab.
Oh my God. Bro's dropping 70 ball on the Honda. Oh my, bro.
You read the title, the biggest recession indicators of 2026. And we got a lot of them to go over in this video. As always, if you enjoy this kind of content, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I post new videos like this every week. And with that out of the way, let's jump right into it.
A recession indicator I feel like nobody's noticing is that a lot of these restaurants that opened up and were so bougie, so fancy, so high class, and said that they were only catering to certain group of people are now doing happy hours. A lot of these restaurants have happy hours now because they realized people were not going out to eat unless there was a deal attached. So many of these restaurants that used to be like, oh, we have a cocktail hour. Now they have a happy hour because people were not going to their establishments. Nobody cared how aesthetically pleasing your place was. Was the food good and affordable price or not?
In addition to the food being super expensive and unaffordable and tip culture being out of control, restaurants use services like Cisco for their food. It's not even made fresh in the actual restaurant itself. A lot of the food is freezer or microwavable food that they got from a supplier. And at the end of the day, if I want freezer and microwave food, I'm gonna go to the grocery store. Why would I come here, have to pay 20 to 30, 50, 70% more than what I would in a grocery store, and then have to pay a tip for the service? Now that we're in a recession, a lot more people are voting with their dollar, and they're voting against restaurants like this. Kind of did it to themselves, I can't lie, but huge recession indicator. I don't even go out to eat as much as I used to, and I used to love going out to eat. I used to love a good happy hour. I used to love a good margarita Tuesday. But I don't even drink alcohol anymore, and that's because drinks have become way too expensive at these establishments. On top of only getting this much alcohol, and it's just sugar and syrups and juice. And again, if I want juice, I'll go to the grocery store. Why am I coming here?
They're trying to get people to come outside and eat. And so they're like, we have to figure out a way to get them to actually come to our establishments because the aesthetics were not enough. We don't care about how cute the couch is. We don't give a damn.
I can't eat the damn decor. I don't care if it's a shitty hole-in-the-wall restaurant. Is the food fire or is the food affordable? Those are the only two things I care about. And if both of them are yes, I'm gonna keep going. If not, why would I waste my money there?
In high-end places that were saying that they were only catering to certain demographics opened up their doors to everyone. Everybody needs some money right now.
Taking a look at the comments. The Nobu Buffet. Nobu used to be this really high-end, super like exclusive restaurant that you couldn't even really get a table at or do a walk-in. You had to make a reservation in advance if you could even get a reservation. And it was reserved for like finer dining for a wealthier class. And now they're doing a buffet just to get anybody in there. They got to stay afloat somehow. Happy hour long AF too. 2 to 7 p.m. That's not even an hour. That's happy afternoon. Ruth's Chris with that $60 meal deal is when I knew. Ruth's Chris is another one that was super high end. Same kind of vibe or aesthetic as Nobu. They're in the same boat, solidifying that, yeah, we're probably in a recession. Another person, it was too easy to book a reservation on Mother's Day. Nobody's going out anymore. Not even for special occasions like Mother's Day, which is scary. Restaurants are packed for Mother's Day. That's the one thing people do. They take out their mother for a nice meal, show them that they appreciate them and love them. Not even this year.
And another thing, I'm eating this combo, but I'm a girl. I just wanted some fries and then maybe an apple pie from McDonald's. And it was in the same plaza. So I went and got it. Medium fries and an apple pie from McDonald's was damn near $7. That's half the price of this bowl.
When I was in high school, which wasn't even 10 years ago, both fries and apple pie were on the dollar menu, as they rightfully should be because they're not nutritious. Neither of those things are nutritious. $7 for those two items is diabolical. It's greedy at this point. That's not even food. Those are just snacks, and you want $7 for that? Also, as a guy that enjoys kava, she's right. That's half a kava bowl. I'm gonna go get some kava. At least that's nutritious. And it doesn't make me feel bloated or like crap after I eat it.
You see how much food's in this bowl? And the nutrient density? The cheap food is not cheap anymore, guys. You might as well just spend a little bit more and get the quality food.
People are meal prepping because it's too expensive to go out to eat. And also it's not worth it anymore. Going to get fast food quite literally isn't worth it because you're paying expensive prices for crap. Fast food used to be realistically priced because they knew the quality of the food was bad. Now they look you in your eye, tell you $20 and expect you to pay it. So people have started meal prepping talking about sweet potatoes and ground turkey make you lose weight. Yeah, okay. It makes you feel full and it's also cheap.
I literally just had ground beef and sweet potatoes the other night. To be honest, I'm trying to get them gains in. I do exercise regularly and I have to eat a clean diet. But she's right. It does keep you fuller for longer. It just seems like a lot of service-based industries. Because I'm going to be honest with you. I have a very long beard, right? I used to pay $40 just for a shape up. And my beard grows at a rate where I can go to a barber today and tomorrow it would already look like it was 3 days old. That's how fast my beard grows. So I started doing it myself. I nicked myself. I nicked myself shaving today. I'm still going to keep doing it. And I've gotten pretty good at it. I'm not going to lie. And I used to love going to the barber. My barber's Dominican. I'm Dominican. You know, I used to sit in a chair, chop it up with him for an hour. Simply could not justify spending $40 every time I needed to get a shape up. I was starting to look at the job he was doing and I'm like, no offense, gang, I think I could do the same thing. And while it's not exactly perfect, I think it's good enough. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comments. What do y'all think? And I kind of knew this was coming too because the last time I got a haircut, you can see my hair is very long. My hair is very long. It's like down to to my lower back. Last time I got a haircut, junior year of high school, 10 years ago, literally 2016 was the last time I sat in a barber to get a haircut. I said, yo, I'm growing it out now. I'm not spending all this money anymore.
One more thought on my daily Starbucks habit. So this Saturday, I truly did have a malfunction with my coffee maker and I actually needed to go get a coffee. And so I went through the drive-thru at my local Starbucks where they know me very well. The manager says to me, oh my gosh, we haven't seen you all week. How are you? Is everything okay? So bad. And I said, you know what? It is. I just realized I need to probably be making coffee at home more often. And I basically told her, I'm spending too much money here. And she started to say, and I know she caught herself, but she said, yeah, that's a lot of people right now. And I said, yeah, I bet. Because this Starbucks used to be so busy. Every day it would be a line. I mean, carload. You can get in and out in 10 seconds now. There's never a line. There might be one car in the line. And there's no one in the lobby. Because sometimes I'll go work for a couple hours in the morning in the lobby. And there's barely anyone in the lobby. And the workers are standing around a lot. So I think it's a recession indicator. I think a lot of people are dialing it back. I need to be one of them.
Caucasian women are like Starbucks is bread and butter. That's their main target audience. And just from what I'm observing, this woman is Caucasian and her local Starbucks seem to know her. So it means she's a frequent customer and she's just putting her hands up and saying, I can't afford this. Straight up, this is becoming too much. And that should come as no surprise when the CEO of Starbucks came out and said he's not sure why everybody has a problem with the $9 coffees. $9 coffees are insane. At the end of the day, Starbucks is a commodity. You can just get store-bought coffee, even Starbucks store-bought coffee, and make it at home. The fact that the Starbucks coffee is just skyrocketing in price in 2026 where everything else is, people are hurting. We're in the midst of a recession and the first thing they're going to cut out are the $9 coffees. Even the white women. As you can see. Taking a look at the comments. I work at a gas station here and my recession indicators are 1, card decline, 2, second card decline. Jeez, that person's going through it. 2, paying with a baggie of change. I'm not gonna lie, I've done this for certain things. Not in a long time, but I have done this. Prepaying $9.37, I'm assuming, worth of gas. Such an exact amount of gas. 4, paying $7 in cash, $3.50 off this card, and $4.38 off that card. I just saw all of those yesterday. I mean, geez, this is how you know people are hurting and we're in a recession. You're splitting purchases that don't even amount to $20 on 3 separate payment methods. And if that's not a recession indicator, I don't know what is. I can afford Starbucks, but their product is no longer aligned with their cost. I'm a matcha brother, you feel me? But yeah, I mean, $7, $8 for a matcha that I can make at home, a tin can of matcha cost me $15. I get 7 to 14 servings. That's a no-brainer. I could just make it at home and it doesn't take very long, to be honest. You can buy all the ingredients, cold foam, protein milk, anything that they put in the matcha at the Starbucks, you can literally buy for way cheaper. And a lot of people are starting to realize this. When you have disposable income, it's easy to just go to a Starbucks, wait in line, have them make the drink for you because it's super quick, it's super easy, and it's delicious. In times of a recession, people are going to come back where they deem their spending unnecessarily, and Starbucks is one of those things.
What the bro? It's 12 o'clock on Monday. Do y'all not have jobs?
That gym parking lot is packed.
Recession indicator I haven't seen anybody address is at the gym. It doesn't matter what time it is anymore. It's always busy. It's just busy. Nobody's supposed to be anywhere no more. Nobody has jobs. So it's just we're all here. And the people who do have jobs, they're on their team's call, but ignoring it. It's muted, camera off. So like they're here, but you're really at work. This used to be a safe space for the truly unemployed. You get there, it's about 1 p.m., 2 p.m. It's just a bunch of different versions of you. Nobody has a haircut. Everyone's life is terrible. It's all in shambles. And we think we can fix it with calisthenics. It was good. We had a good thing going. But now there's way too many. We can't all not have a job. Somebody's got to work. Somebody has to get out there. And if you wasn't feeling social, there was a safe period, right? It was after the morning workouts, those people go to their jobs, but it wasn't late enough that like the job lists are up. Like it was too early for them. It was around like 8:30 to like 10 would just kind of be a few of y'all. This economy is collapsing, and you can see it at the squat rack. Everybody has ass now. I'm walking around Midtown. Everybody has ass now.
Job market's so bad, everybody's just trying to look as good as they can in the gym. They're in the gym now at times where they should have been at work, but they don't have a job anymore, so they have nowhere else to be. And this is personally why I don't go to gyms anymore. Gyms have become super packed, especially in New Jersey, because New Jersey is the most densely populated state per square mile by a long shot. So every gym is just packed full of the unemployed. And the gym should realistically take no more than an hour and a half from me. I hate going in and having to start my workout out of order because a squat rack is being occupied or the bench presses are being occupied. People are on their phones, not even doing the exercise, taking way too long in between their sets. Ah, man. I miss the days where you could just walk into a gym at 12, 1 o'clock, nobody's there. It's a ghost town and you have the entire place to yourself. And it's not like that anymore. It's because of the recession that we're in. Nobody has a job. Nobody has anywhere to be. Nobody can afford to be anywhere else. I legit be confused when the gym is packed between 11 to 2. Like, why are y'all not at work? Because they don't have jobs. And if you're there at that time, you're probably unemployed too. You're just adding to the problem. This person, recession indicator equals everyone has ass.
Real recession indicator for me, the way I've been hitting up customer service lines. Because, like, normally I'm just like, whatever. Like, it's probably my fault. I'm just going to eat it, right? That's kind of my motto.
I've been the exact same way in the past. I used to not return anything. If I didn't like the product, if I didn't use it, if I just didn't find it as useful as I thought I would not be returning it. I would just straight eat the cost. It is what it is. Especially if I ordered it from Amazon. If I had to go somewhere to ship something out, you can guarantee it was never getting returned. Now, I got time. Oh, now I'm going to return it.
But now that the economy is absolute dog shit, gas is damn near $5 a gallon and rising. Like, this measly dollar means more to me than you'll ever know. So if I'm giving you my money, that's like giving you my firstborn child. I'm giving you something that's very important to me, and if it's not perfect, you're gonna care about it. I'm like, I am someone, like, if you gave me the wrong food at a restaurant, I'd be like, whatever. Like, but no, we've gone too far, and times are too dire for me not to be complaining. I have a package. It has not moved in a week. I'm stuck in France, which, by the way, international packages are going to get more and more impossible to receive because they don't even have enough fuel for, like, passengers over there. I've complained to them so many times. They were like, here's the $25 credit. I'm like, honestly, still not good enough because I gave you guys a lot of money. And I get it's not your fault. It's not my fault either. The laundry in my building already astronomical. It's $2.25 per wash, $2.25 per dry.
Another recession indicator. What do you mean you pay for laundry in your building? That should be an amenity that's included in your rent. They're charging you for laundry? That's nuts. They're making you pay for that? Stingy. That's a recession indicator right there alone.
To do one load of laundry, that's $4.50. On Friday, oh my god, the machines weren't working. I had to wash 2 loads of laundry. I had to dry it twice. It didn't drain at all. I call up that laundry company. I'm like, Rue, you owe me money. And they did give me my money. And I have been trying to, you have to go in kindly. But I was like, Rue, you owe me money. $14 million. To be exact, I've been returning shit left and right. Normally I would just be like, well, what are you going to do? No, I'm like, here, take this. I don't want it back. I understand how people in like the Great Depression, like, you know, people are always like they're stingy with their money. I get it. I'm actually like really starting to get it.
2 weeks ago, my auto insurance renewed, and I pay a 6-month premium. I pay my 6-month premium at a time. So instead of paying monthly, I pay 6 months in advance. It's cheaper that way. They usually give you a discount. I barely drive my car now. I work from home, so I drive maybe 5 to 10 miles a week, and that's usually to the grocery store to get food and back. I don't go anywhere. I look at my renewal, it's $100 more expensive. For what? I have no idea. I've gotten no tickets, been in no accidents. My car's not getting any newer. It's getting older. It's only depreciating in value, yet I'm paying $100 more towards my premium. I immediately call them up. Justin 2-3 years ago would have just been like, all right, whatever, I'll eat the cost. It is what it is. I don't feel like getting on the phone and talking with somebody about it. I immediately hit the customer service line. Immediately. And I'm like, yeah, I don't understand why my premium just increased this much, X, Y, and Z. And I told them basically everything I just said. And they were like, yeah, we saw that you signed up for Snapshot and we just didn't record any drives in a certain amount of time. So they're charging you now a fee for that. How is that my fault? I don't drive anywhere. I indicated on the application that I work from home, so I don't really use this car at all. So I asked them to waive the fee and they said no. It was like an $85 fee, a $90 fee. I was like, yo, waive that, bruv. They said, nah, we need that. I said, bet I'm gonna have to shop around because this is ridiculous. Thinking that they were gonna bend over backwards and be like, no, it's okay. Let's see what we can do. They said, all right, hung up the phone on me. I said, damn, now I got to follow through with the threat to let them know that I'm not going to take that laying down. So I get to going on Google, Geico, try to get a quote. Boom. Got a quote for $200 less than my current insurance. Canceled that immediately. Switched over. Like, I expect my insurance premium to go up if I'm in an accident, I get a ticket, yada, yada. If nothing has changed about my circumstances and I'm still an excellent driver, you're just charging me $80 to $90, I feel like that's just a FU fee. And I'm not going to support that kind of business. So I got out of there. 2-3 years ago, I would have ate that. Not in 2026. We in a recession, baby. Take a look at the comments. Speak to a representative. That's when you call them. And there's an AI and you're like, nah, I want to talk to somebody real. Representative. This person, I just requested a $2.09 credit from Spectrum because my internet was out on Sunday. As someone who works on the other side of the customer service line, we've noticed.
Everybody has their own personal recession indicator, and for me, it is my willingness to now do a return. Like, now, I need every single coin. To the point where my bathroom renovation has finished and the guys had a little leftover tile. I am now at Floor and Decor because I'm going to be returning these individual pieces of tile because they told me that I could. Everyone in the store is staring at me because they've got about 20 minutes until they close, so I gotta be quick. I don't think I needed this much, honestly. And now that that's done, I'm gonna go treat myself to some meatloaf from Cracker Barrel. Refund well spent.
Yet another example of somebody that probably would have just let that sit in their garage and had them as a backup just in case something cracked or something heavy was dropped on it. They're like, no, if I don't need it and it's just sitting, it's going back. I can get that money back. I can recoup those costs. And I don't blame them. I mean, $32?
A few recession indicators. The Swatch X AP collab.
For those of you that don't know, AP Audemars Piguet is a luxury watch brand with watches ranging from $20,000-$30,000 to upwards of $200,000-$300,000. Swatch is a lower end brand that doesn't charge nearly as much for their watches, and those two brands are collaborating because nobody can afford the luxury watches anymore. If that's not a recession indicator, I don't know what is. These luxury brands are trying to make more affordable versions of their luxury product to try to squeeze what they can out of people. And AP making a $500 watch was not on anybody's 2026 bingo card. I actually used to work for Apple, and there was nothing explicitly said there, but there was always this vibe that like their products were expensive for a reason, and people were willing to pay a premium for their products because they knew what they were getting. And I feel like the MacBook Neo is acknowledgement from Apple that things are not looking too hot. They're like, we still want this market cap, we still want to be competitive, but people just simply can't pay for a luxury like this in this economy. So let's just drop something that's cheaper, that's going to cost us less, that we can just print, basically just keep printing them to make as much money as we can. And that's basically, I think, how the MacBook Neo came to fruition. And yeah, a recession indicator. Like I'm saying, as someone that used to work for Apple, I'm telling you, this kind of product could have never existed when I used to work for them. And yeah, I just feel like, things have gotten so bad that even companies like Apple that are known for having a premium on their products are like, hey, yeah, we should probably make something a little bit more affordable.
A number one recession indicator is white people delivering food. I'm getting white DoorDashers. I mean, when white people start delivering, when white people start becoming street waiters, a recession is coming.
When you start to see the demographic that historically has done well for themselves, and especially in America, you start to think like, damn, the economy really must be bad. We must really be in a recession. I was expecting like a Spanish dude, a Middle Eastern dude to pull up and give me this food, but you're white.
Another thing that's not good, a lot of 30-year-olds are living with their parents, and that's becoming normal. I don't know how many people I know that's 30 that live with their parents, and they got jobs.
Guilty. I'm 28. I'm not 30 yet, but guilty. I still live with my parents at home. And it's going to be like that until one or two things happen. YouTube takes off or the economy gets better. Like, it's just, I don't think earning more is going to put me in a position where I can finally afford to live comfortably. I think the recession right now is crazy. Everything's at an all-time high, and I'm going to keep living at home. And if I'm 30 still living here, I don't think that's my fault personally. But yeah, that's very true. The amount of friends that I have that are almost 30 that are still living at home comfortably, I can't blame them. It's a smart decision now.
These are not broke people, but it just is not sustainable. Like, and also these gas prices at this rate, people not gonna buy nothing. If you gotta choose gas over, you gotta choose gas over everything now. You can't even have a decent life because gas is a damn Happy Meal. Gas is $7.
I paid $77 for gas the other day to fill up my tank. I'm not going anywhere. Grocery store trips, doctor visits. That's it. I'm not going nowhere. I'm not spending money on anything. My friends invite me out. You scooping? Because I'm not driving.
Because at 30 years old, now it's not even looked at as bad. It's like, we get it, bro. You're trying to be frugal. Living with your parents at this point is a financially smart decision. That's how bad it is. Shout out to all the white DoorDashers, man. God, what's going on?
I used to think by 30, I was going to be long gone. You feel me? On my own. House type stuff. Kids. I don't dream of any of that anymore. I'm just hoping to make it to the next year. They be delivering in Teslas. That's when I knew shit was getting real. Yeah, man. If you got a Tesla and you're doing delivery and you're doing food delivery, yikes, man. I know you got a car payment you cannot afford. Living with your parents in your 30s is basically a blessing. Yeah. I saw somewhere that statistically nowadays, rent is like 46% of your income. That's basically half. You telling me I'm spending half of my money just to have a place that I could exist in? That's not including utilities, groceries, toiletries, none of that. That's just to be in the spot. Somebody said Jay-Z on tour. Jay-Z, the billionaire, went back on tour. That's how bad things have gotten.
I literally saw a post that said people used to think if you had a roommate, you were gay. Women, I did not forget, a man having a roommate used to be a red flag. But
side note, dudes can't do anything without being gay. How's a roommate gay? I'm gay because I'm trying to make things a little bit more economical for myself. That's crazy.
It's under 25, no one has a house. And when I talk about the birth rate being low, there's nowhere to go. If the girls wanted to have children, they couldn't. The economy's so bad. Is somebody working a full-time job right now in a relationship that they don't want to be in because they know that if they leave, they will be homeless? I mean, if they want people to have kids while simultaneously making it hard for people to have kids, then they're going to have to take away child labor laws because their kids are going to have to start working as soon as possible to support themselves.
Please don't give them any ideas. I know that's a joke, but they will do that. I promise you, when things start to get really bad, they're probably going to dial back on them child labor laws. I'm calling it right now.
Guys, society's in rough shape when people start reverting back to committing crimes from 1995, from the 90s, because I just saw a man snatch a purse this morning. A purse? It's giving Hey Arnold. It's giving After School Special. Dare I say George W. Bush Sr., the administration. I don't even think I was alive.
That's a sitcom crime. I didn't even know people really did that. My mom always tells this story about her first trip into NYC when she was in high school. And she took the subway. She was with her boyfriend at the time. And right before they hopped off to get into NYC, she saw an old woman get her purse snatched. My mom said from that point forward, she never rode the train back into the city, and she doesn't like going into the city for that specific experience. I always thought, wow, what an old crime. Like, who really be snatching purses out here? But snatching a purse is crazy work. Crazy work.
Like, what are we doing? He's swinging a tote bag with his hood up, running around the train station. I was like, it's giving I did not have sexual relationship with that woman. I've only ever seen something like that happen literally on like an episode of like Boy Meets World where they're trying to teach the boys a lesson.
That's what I'm saying. That's a sitcom crime, bro. Like, who really does that in real life, especially in 2026 where most people don't carry cash on them? It's Apple Pay or a debit card. Both of those things are basically going to be useless to you if you don't have the PIN. So what are we doing?
And not to hang out with bad people. Like, I'm gagged right now. Yeah, see, you're never gonna catch me. Copper, see, like, what in the old-timey is that?
Take a look at the comments. My town had 3 bank robberies last month. I didn't realize that was still an option. This person just got an idea. There is literally no cash in any purse in 2025. That's what I'm saying. Nobody carries cash anymore. Like, what did you think you were going to get? Like I said, a debit card, or the best thing you could hope for is a credit card, because most places don't ask you for a PIN for a credit card. But there ain't no cash in there, baby. What are you doing? My economy's so bad, my car got stolen last year. The car thief was only able to drive my car 10 minutes from its original location because I didn't have enough gas for them to get any further. Poverty saves them again.
New recession indicator just dropped. I work at a dental office and people keep mass canceling their appointments because everyone keeps losing their insurance coverage. Gee, I wonder what that could mean.
They losing their jobs. Most people in America's health, dental, and visual insurance is directly tied to their job. You lose your job, you lose your insurance. And the layoffs have been crazy in 2026. Let's be honest, the dentist isn't as important as like a doctor's visit. So if you have to save your money and pay out of pocket for an expense, you're probably going to do it for something that's a little bit more life-threatening, like a doctor's visit. Let's be honest, dental insurance is a coupon. Other person, it's time for dentists to lower their prices by 75%. I get it. I have a friend that's in dentistry school right now, and I understand. She's spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to go to school. So, and she's been in school basically her entire life. She's my age and she's still in school. It's not like the easiest thing. It's not the easiest thing to become a dentist. And I think you should be compensated for that, for sure. There's got to be a better system, right? I mean, this is crazy.
Celebrities are doing gambling ads in crazy ways, even cell phone ads.
I mean, you probably seen the Kevin Hart, Jamie Foxx, BetMGM, Ryan Reynolds doing Mint Mobile. Tom Holland got a non-alcoholic beer. It's getting crazy. Everybody's trying to get their chicken.
Let's talk about recession indicators that are happening right now. According to the New York Post, Mariah Carey is selling her iconic New York City apartment for $27 million. She bought the 3-story Tribeca penthouse in 1999 and it was famously featured on MTV Cribs in 2001. USPS has suspended contributions to employee pensions after warning of cash crisis. Home prices are increasing faster than household income, which means it's getting hard to afford a home per NBC. Toyota CEO on Chinese competition said, unless things change, we will not survive. I want everyone to acknowledge the sense of crisis. After recently visiting China, Honda CEO said, we have no chance against this competition. Median rent in Manhattan has hit $5,000 a month for the first time ever.
Median rent. That means the average rent, not the higher end of rent. Median, $5,000 a month. Insanity. Who's paying that? And I don't know if you've ever been to New York. I live like 45 minutes from New York, basically New Jersey. The part of New Jersey that I live in is basically considered a suburb of New York. New York's dirty. I've been many times and bro, you don't want to live there. You just don't. These people that dream of living in New York, you dream of what? Worse transportation? Zero parking if you do have a car? Dirty streets? I'm good.
Top economist Mark Zandi says the indicator that has called every recession since World War II just signaled we're already in one. The U.S. GDP growth has fallen from 4.4% to 0.5% in Q4 2025, well below the initially expected 2.8% growth. The Washington Post is talking about a new trend called boy kibble, inspired by dog food featuring protein-rich meals popular with Gen Z men. Costco is launching huge gas stations with no stores attached in the U.S. starting in California, and PepsiCo is cutting some chip prices after years of hikes push consumers away. Some chips cost more than $7 per bag. Doritos prices jumped nearly 50% since 2021. There were missed internal revenue targets by over $1 billion for 2 straight years.
Basically, everybody's doing one of two things. Trying to cash in to get as much money as they can before things get worse, or cut costs. Mariah Carey selling a crib that she's had since the 90s. Doritos trying to charge $7 a bag. You really shouldn't be eating Doritos in the first place. They're not good for you. And all these artists that should have made a killing in their career and should be well into retirement are starting to pop up with either new albums, new tours scheduled, or some kind of new alcohol spirit or collaboration with the company to rake in as much money as they can. And it's so evident. Like you see it everywhere. I saw Justin Long in an Ozempic commercial. Omni-Man is doing farmers insurance commercials. It's getting nasty out here. Taking a look at the comments, this is a depression. Another person, we've been in a recession since 2022. We're closer to a depression technically.
Come to Dollar Tree for some groceries and you still spend like $40. $40.
At the Dollar Tree is crazy. $40 at the Dollar Tree is diabolical. Yeah. That shit gave a smidgen of napkin to wipe their hands. And those paper towels are mad thin. A standard size of that paper towel prior to this recession wouldn't dry your hands. You would need more than one.
Bruh.
Oh, there's like 4 chips. That's egregious, bro. What? The Easter Bunny chocolates on Ozempic too. Damn. Them things thin as hell. I remember when they were thick, like real thick, like you'll break off a tooth kind of thick trying to bite down on one of those. That's mad thin, bro. That's hella stingy. Taking a look at the comments. Tortillas, Red Bull, and a pack of soda was $43 at a Dollar General. Yeah. Dollar Generals really aren't like Dollar Trees. They're not like dollar products. They just have dollar in their name for whatever reason. They sell discount products, but they still have products in there that will cost you $15, $20 just for one product. It's not really a Dollar Tree. Another person, nah, this is different. We've had recessions and depressions before. This is something else. More like a gradual liquidation of an entire economy. That's what I'm saying. It feels like everybody just trying to squeeze out their last dollar before things really go south.
Number one recession indicator currently right now for me that I've noticed. It is tax time. Well, tax time is wrapping up, and I have not seen many cars with 30-day tags on them. Like, usually during tax time, a motherfucker buying a new car. And you see motherfuckers riding, zooming, boom, 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 all over town and shit, skidding and skirting with 30-day tags in their cars. And I'm just like, yo, motherfuckers really out here seeing that they ain't got no extra money for no motherfucker car this year. Am I wrong? Y'all seeing cars everywhere? Tax money spent, what y'all would call recklessly? Am I seeing it?
They're fixing the cars they got. My mechanic been booked and busy. I bet. Person, I theorize taxes went mostly to people's credit card debt this year. Credit card debt, they probably racked up buying essentials like food and utilities. And you would be correct. I think that's where a lot of people spent their money this year. And that's not necessarily a bad thing to pay off debt, but debt that you accumulated just for essentials is kind of crazy and definitely a recession indicator, I think.
Oh my God. Bro's dropping 70 ball on the Honda. Oh my, bro.
Hondas used to be like $35, $40 max to fill up. 70 ball on the Honda is crazy. And this economy is nuts. I mean, the plus side of this is biking is good for you. It's exercise, so I'm sure it is encouraging people to get a little bit more exercise in their day, but it's kind of sad. Nobody wants to be all sweaty when they get to work. And after a long day, the last thing you want to do is exercise to get back home. But that's where people are at right now.
We're in a depression right now, but the only reason why it's not called that is because the wealthy people are wealthier than they've ever been. It's not a depression for the rich people. They're doing fantastic. During the Great Depression, the average cost of a home was about $4,900, which today is about $90,000. That was about 3 times the average person's wages.
Let me know what house you're getting in 2026 for $90K, by the way. Leave it down in the comments down below.
2026, today, the average cost is about $410,000, which is about 8 times the average person's wages.
You're not getting a house for $90K. Not in 2026.
It's not accidental, and this is not just inflation. It is deliberate overpricing by wealthy people to put more profit into their pockets. And this is working really well for them. Back in 1985, there were about 9 billionaires in the US, and now we have over 1,000. And we're even on track to get our first trillionaire. Can you even imagine? Can you even fathom how much money that is?
I genuinely couldn't even imagine how much $1 million is. Like, I can't fathom that amount of money. $1 billion? $1 billion? Again, I can't even conceptualize that. $1 trillion? That's basically that's a fairy tale to me.
You can't. So let's put it this way. If you counted one number every single second, it would take you 31 years to count to a billion. To count to a trillion, it would take you 31,000 years.
So if you were earning $1 a second nonstop, it would take you 31,000 years to get to $1 trillion. And somehow a human is about to accumulate in their small lifetime that they've been alive $1 trillion. Come on. The wealth inequality is crazy. In a recession, nonetheless.
Meanwhile, the average American makes $66,000 a year. 1 in 4 Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, and it costs about $159K a year to live comfortably. Believe you me, we are in a depression. It's just not called that because we don't control the narrative.
Yeah, well said. I mean, news outlets, media, all controlled by the wealthy, and they're not going to report on things that don't favor them. They're going to tell you everything's okay, which is what this administration has been telling us. Everything's fine. We've never been better. The economy's never been stronger. And the numbers and the people clearly are showing the opposite. It really feels like there's nothing you can do about it, which is sad. It's really sad. And that's all I've got for today's video. If you got this far, you're a real one. Let me know which of these recession indicators you've noticed personally in your own life. And if there was any that we didn't cover today, let me know in the comments down below what they are. Share this video with someone you think might relate. And with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.